Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital May sweeps brings Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, and the reveal of who's trying to kill him, Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, finding out a huge secret from his past, and Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, going to extremes. So the first storyline we want to talk about is Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mansi, and Shady Brook. Right now she is furious with her mom Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grant, for wanting to commit her. But Christina doesn't know yet that Alexis knows that she tried to kill Ava Jerome, Maura West, and nearly killed Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, and Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst, instead. The only reason Alexis considered committing Christina was to keep her out of prison. And it was Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy's idea. It was a good idea too. Once Christina finds out Ava is blackmailing Alexis, she may actually agree to be committed so Ava can't keep forcing her mom to siphon money out of the Cassadine estate. But that means Rick might actually report Christina to the cops. So it could be that she understands Alexis's intentions were pure and Christina sees, you know what, maybe this is the best thing all around. Alexis knows Christina's been unhinged with grief and hatred of Ava Jerome since the baby incident. And if Christina agreed to go to Shady Brook, then there's a chance Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Baganos might not find out. Here's why. If Rick knows, it would only hurt Molly and that Diane would keep Christina out of prison anyway. So there'd be no justice. He might pressure Ava to keep quiet since Rick was the one who was injured on General Hospital. But also, however much Christina feels her hatred of Ava is justified, Shady Brook might not be the worst thing for her. Christina could get some professional grief counseling, work through those anger issues, and of course Alexis may find a way to protect Christina again so she doesn't have to go in. But it's back to what Rick, Diane, and Molly all told Alexis. She's got to stop enabling and shielding Christina from consequences. I mean, heck, if she takes Diane's advice and Christina checks in voluntarily, this could be a turning point for her. I mean, in the end, we all know Molly is going to find out one way or another, possibly in sweeps. But if she sees Christina holding herself accountable for her actions that nearly killed Rick by checking in to get help, that could keep their sister bond intact and Molly might forgive Christina, even though Rick never will. Alright, the second plot to talk about is Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, and the adoption. And if he finds out during May sweeps that Brooklyn Quartermain, Amanda Seddon, had his baby decades ago without him knowing. Dante has got a son somewhere, or to be more accurate, right under his and Brooklyn's nose. I suspect this is going to be a two-stage reveal. First, Dante finds out Brooklyn gave birth to their son 20+ years ago. And it could be that Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havins Bruning, spills the beans. Because she couldn't hold it in any longer. Or Brooklyn may cave and come clean. Because she worries Lulu will and it's bugging her not to be honest with him. Or Dante could overhear Lois Chirulo, Rena Sofer, and Brooklyn talking about it. Doesn't matter how it comes out, May sweeps feels like the perfect time for Dante to learn he's got a son out there somewhere, and then maybe Brooklyn and Dante will search for him together after the dust settles. And then later, maybe for July sizzling summer sweeps, we'll get the bombshell revealed that Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, is their son. I just want to say Giovanni Mazza is turning into a good little actor. He was holding his own this week in those scenes with Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott. Gio's scenes were fabulous and he's really growing as an actor. I have to say I wasn't sold on him when he first came, but I'm a fan now. The third storyline to talk about for sweeps action is Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson. We are seeing Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, slowly getting closer to her, and of course so is Sasha's due date. It's getting closer and you can see Jason's concern and a whole lot of empathy, and Sasha is finally letting him in. And of course they both care about Michael Corinthos, Chad Jewell, and the baby. So there's a lot of common ground for Sasha Gilmore and Jason Morgan that could turn into something. They'll be kind of a family after the baby comes. And I'm interested to see if we get a first kiss during sweeps maybe. But once Michael is back, could get weird. Alright, fourth, let's talk about Brad Cooper, Perry Shen, and Lucas Jones, Van Hansis. We saw Brad was crushed in Miami when he saw Marco coming out of Lucas's hotel room. And now hunky Marcos in Port Charles getting closer to Lucas. So you know Brad is going to be devastated. He may do something drastic to try and stop Lucas from getting closer to Marco. But that seems like a long shot. Because to me it feels like Brad has already lost Lucas for good. Plus, it's going to come out at some point that Brad's stealing drugs and getting into medical records he shouldn't be in. And of course it's no excuse that Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, made him do these things. Because Brad's the one who started those blackmail games with co-chief of staff, Portia. However, Brad may embrace his inner baddie and try to sabotage Marco and Lucas before they get too serious. Alright, we could also see Jocelyn Jax Eden McCoy going all out during May sweeps to carry out her very first WSB mission. She may go to war with Emma Scorpio Drake Braden Bruner. The tension with her and Jocelyn has been growing ever since Emma came home. There's a lot of animosity between Jocelyn and Emma that ties back to their mutual history with Cameron Weber, William Lipton. If you're a longtime watcher, you'll remember things have been a little better between Jocelyn and Emma lately, but that may be the calm before the storm. Jocelyn needs to get Emma out of the way so she can get closer to Professor Hank Dalton, Daniel Goddard, their mutual instructor. And she can't fail her first WSB assignment. So I suspect Jocelyn will take down Emma no matter what it takes. So Jocelyn may start a full-on war with her. Alright, of course we've got to talk about Michael and sweeps. With recast auditions confirmed, we may get Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, and Sonny Corinthos Maurice Bernard's son home in May sweeps. General Hospital may have already hired the recast actor. We don't know. We do know auditions were happening. So we could see Michael soon, but of course it won't be Chad Jewell. I know fans would love to see Drew Kane Quartermain Cameron Matheson taken down by Michael, and that might be coming soon. However, GH may still be in the audition process. So we may not see Chad Jewell's replacement until July sweeps, but I think it would be a pretty nice treat if we got it by the end of May sweeps, but we'll see. Our final plot to talk about is who is out to kill Sonny. The person behind those two assassination attempts could be revealed during May sweeps. Somebody blew up the penthouse and then we had Nurse Ratchet try and kill him after his surgery, but the hit woman got bricked and now she's dead. Jen Sidwell Carlo Rhoda is a likely suspect, but he feels too obvious, like a false flag red herring, all that. And we all know Sonny has an incredibly long list of enemies, many that go back decades. It could be tied to now dead Jagger Cates, Adam Harrington, who wanted revenge for Karen Wexler, Cheryl Richardson, and then he wound up shot by Sonny's hand. So could be somebody who cares about Jagger and they may be gunning for Sonny. Another possible culprit is Scott Baldwin, Kin Shriner, who had the same grudge about Karen Wexler and was hoping to see Jagger bring Sonny to justice. And since they don't seem to be wanting to have Scott back, they could easily make him the killer. And this also might be some plan placed in motion by Cyrus Renaud, Jeff Cobert, before Jocelyn took him out like trash. Cyrus might have paid for the hit on Sonny and the contract is still active even though Cyrus is pushing up daisies. So one option that's an outlier, very unlikely, but I would love it. Imagine if it was Tracy. You know, she has a lot of legitimate reasons to despise Sonny and want to see him dead, but hiring a killer is not really Trace's style. Then again, she did let her dad Edward Quartermain, John Ingle, nearly die of a heart attack until he signed a document she wanted. And that was her own father. Port Charles is a powder keg, and May sweeps sets it ablaze. After months of escalating tension, Sonny Corinthos's enemies strike with devastating precision. A near-fatal attempt on his life leaves him hospitalized and furious. But when the truth about the assassin's identity surfaces, it sends shockwaves through the entire Corinthos family, especially Dante, who is left reeling by the betrayal. Meanwhile, Jocelyn Jax takes a dangerous stand of her own, igniting a war that threatens to consume her. The hit. It begins on a quiet night. Sonny, back in his penthouse after a tense confrontation with Ava Jerome, takes a moment to reflect. The coffee business is under pressure, Brick is cagey, and he still doesn't fully trust Dex Heller. But nothing prepares him for the ambush that follows. A single gunshot shatters the glass doors. Sonny dives for cover as a masked gunman opens fire. Dex, trailing Sonny secretly on Michael's orders, intervenes just in time to prevent a kill shot. The attacker escapes, but not before leaving behind a custom shell casing, one Dante recognizes. Dante's discovery. As Dante investigates the scene, a chill runs through him. The casing is the same type used by an elite WSB Black Ops unit, one he once trained with. The connection is too personal to ignore. When he tracks the forensic trace, it leads to someone from his past, Agent James Sutter, a disgraced former colleague who vanished years ago. Sutter, now working as a freelance operative, had no reason to resurface, unless someone hired him. Dante digs deeper and makes a startling connection. the money used to pay the hitman came from an offshore account linked to John Jagger Cates, the very man who's returned to Port Charles under the guise of helping the FBI investigate Sonny. Dante's conflict. Dante confronts Cates, who doesn't deny his involvement. You weren't supposed to find out this way, Jagger says coldly. He was becoming too dangerous, too volatile. Even the Bureau agrees, he's out of control. Dante is blindsided. You tried to kill my father. He's not just your father, Dante. He's a threat. To your badge. To your life. The conflict tears Dante in half. His loyalty to the law clashes with his blood bond. He's always walked a tightrope, but now the rope is fraying. He turns in his badge. I'm done being a pawn. Carly's fury, Nina's confession. As Sonny fights for his life at GH, Carly flies into a rage. She blames Ava, then Nina, then even Michael, accusing them all of letting their vendettas cloud judgment. It's Nina, surprisingly, who steps forward with a shocking confession. She knew something was off about Jagger's return but didn't speak up, because she was desperate to keep Sonny from spiraling further. Carly nearly slaps her. You were trying to save yourself. Don't pretend otherwise. But Nina doesn't back down. She knows Sonny's mental health is fraying. The question is, how far will he fall if he survives? Joss goes to war. Jocelyn, devastated by the hit on Sonny and furious at the system's failure, makes a move no one sees coming. She goes straight to Selena Wu and offers a dangerous deal. Sonny protected my family for years, she says, eyes blazing. Now it's my turn. Selena is intrigued. And what can you offer, Jocelyn Jacks? I can offer you public cover. I'm a legacy at GH. I have eyes and ears in places you don't. You need legitimacy. I need vengeance. Dex tries to stop her, warning that once she enters Selena's world, she can't come back. But Joss is resolute. She's done being a damsel. She wants justice, no matter the cost. The assassin speaks. When Sutter is finally captured and brought to GH under guard, Sonny demands to face him. The two men stare each other down, and Sutter delivers a bone-chilling truth. This was never about money. It was about sending a message. The old world is dying, Corinthos. You're the last of a dying breed. And your own allies are the ones who lit the fuse. Sonny's eyes flicker, not with fear, but rage. Michael and Willow fracture. In the aftermath, Michael tries to reason with Joss. But when she tells him about her alliance with Selena, he explodes. You're throwing your life away for a man who nearly destroyed this family. Joss doesn't budge. You made your peace with him. Now let me make mine. Willow, caught in the middle, begins to question Michael's moral compass. She thought he'd changed. But the walls between them grow, and for the first time, their marriage cracks under the weight of divided loyalties. The final blow. As May Sweeps heads into its final week, Sonny hosts a high-stakes sit-down at Pazzulo's with Selena, Ava, and a shock return, Brick, who disappeared weeks earlier. But they're not alone. Dante walks in, gun drawn, and slaps down a WSB intel file. This ends tonight. Inside the file is the name of the man who gave Jagger the order, Victor Cassadine's last protege, operating from the shadows, intent on dismantling Port Charles's old guard and creating a new criminal empire. Selena looks stunned. Ava tries to cut and run. Sonny simply smiles. Let them come. But this time, we finish it. To be continued. The May Sweeps cliffhanger explodes with a bomb in the parking garage of GH. Dante races to save Sam, Sonny disappears without a trace, and Joss stands in the ruins, bloody but defiant. Port Charles will never be the same. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.